brush dries off, it'll give me some white highlights. Sometimes you want them, sometimes you don't, but I do like leaving some of them in there because I can put some darks underneath them and make them look like rocks and just interesting bits here. I really wanted a fairly light pressure on the brush as you're doing this, and then you can see the whites that you're leaving behind as the brush dries off. That's not bad there. Find some more of that. Just gonna want to go like that. Not leave too much of that in there. And now I want to go a little darker. And I've got some colors actually pre-mixed just in my palette that I didn't waste from other paintings, and I'm just gonna throw some of that in there and see what that looks like. Probably go a little bit darker. This brush is a little bit small for doing this part here. So I'll make it a little bit bigger. And I've got some the Quinacridone Gold that I can mix up with that there, make some interesting colors. And you do want to mix up enough color when you're doing this, so you don't run out like I did. Now, there's a little bit much of a transition up in here, so what I'm going to do is just drop in a little color in there. I don't like what that did over to the right here because it brings your distance forward, so I'm just going to fix it up a little bit. And until it's dry, you don't really have to worry about it. Get rid of this excess water, or it'll pool where this tape line is and crawl up, which I don't really want. And so I'm going to throw in, just grab this cheap old brush that I have, that I've had for years. Don't really remember where it came from, but I abuse it, I mash it, I do whatever I want with it. So, but it's a great at painting trees and anything else. You could use an old brush for the same reason, it's the same method. It's good at blending and stuff. So the way the pigment crawled up there looked a little bit strange, so I just smoothed it out a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit of this. And I'm going to protect the rest of the painting a little bit so I don't have to go in and fix. I'm going to splatter some of this in there. And this is how I get pigment everywhere. I could probably go more wet, but I'm afraid I'm going to get what I don't want. So that's probably enough there. And then I can splatter a little bit of burnt umber in there. Oh, I did get some in the sky. See, pressing left got rid of it, so that's okay. Got away with it. And I'm getting this everywhere. So this here, I could just actually paint something in there. It looks strong at first when you first get it in there, but it depends how wet your paper is, what effect it's going to do. And then if you wait for this to dry till it's still damp, you can just splatter some water in it and just let it do its thing a little bit, and maybe do even more texture. And the other thing you can do is you can use either just lightly with a palette knife or a rigger brush, and then you can pull some of these colors up and make them look like grasses, which is what I'll do here. I've got a little rigger, and I'm going to wet it first so the bristles all come together. And it's quite a fine one. It's a little bit too wet to do it, because what I'm going to pull up from these dark colors here is just going to blend into the rest of the painting and pretty much disappear. And this is something, again, that you can overdo. I know I mentioned that in the last painting, that once you're painting branches or these grasses, you don't really want them all to look the same, so you do that there. And that's about it there. So I'm going to grab some more, a little bit of purple color, which will look really strong when I put it in. Put a little bit underneath here, just to make these interesting. And I'm going to put some underneath there and there. That's probably too wet yet. I can tell it's too wet just how the paper's sitting here. This paper's taped. It's from a block, and it's taped to this board. And so if I leave it taped to the board until it's completely dry, it'll dry quite flat. So then and get it the way I want. And yeah, if I take it off right now, it's just going to dry all curled up like this here too. So that's pretty much it there. You can go in with some gouache, some or your titanium white is the white that I use. I use what is this? M gram titanium white gouache that you can splatter in there just like little wildflowers if you want to do that. And I think I'm just going to leave it like this because I did that on a previous painting. We'll just make it a little bit different. So basically that's about done. I can do some detail into here, into the background. You can add into here, get rid of that hair and see what it does and fix it. But pretty much I can leave the painting as is. You know, I'm fairly satisfied with it. It's looking pretty good. I like the sky, how the sky turned out. And that's about it. I hope you have fun if you give it a go. And please subscribe to my channel if you like the content. And put any suggestions you have for future paintings that you'd like to see done in the comments. Have a great day.